All right, I'm the Smooth Bear, and this is Sean.
What up?
This is not safe for whatever. The election just passed, and Republicans have taken control of our government completely. I think they only lost like 2 elections all last week. So
you know what this means, though?
What does that mean?
We're fucking saved. Our problems are over.
It's all
the Lord and Savior has finally come.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you what, I don't. What do you think, man? Do you think that we're gonna be all right here? Because I don't know, man. I feel like we might have another depression on our hands here.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I think we've been heading in the wrong direction for a long time because of this whole fucking two-party system and money in politics and everything. Honestly, you can't sit there and say that either side. I mean, you can make it like a football game, like we seem to have done in America, where our teams have been passed down and we have to root for them no matter what kind of facts are put in our face. But you can't blame one party or the other, even though the Republicans are, a lot of fun. They're both being run by corporate money. Either way, you got the Republicans that want to run like a big corporate America, where they basically take from the bottom and they maximize profits. And they don't really give a shit about the bottom, and they'll outsource anything, so we'll be left with no jobs. So it's not exactly that they bring in jobs. Then you got the Democrats that are trying to run too big of a government, where they're taking all our money, or taking a lot of money, and they don't know where it's going, and it's not doing any good for America to provide jobs either, so neither party's we just need to step out of this two-party system and get the money out of there.
I think we need to absolutely get the money out. I think probably most Americans are generally agree with us though, and that's I think the problem that's most frustrating. I think that's why I think Republicans won all the time this past election, because
they make it sound
we
like
didn't go out and vote.
No, what
so
they do is
any of our people care. People in our generation.
Yeah, they're just very crafty. They make it sound like they're going to be really thrifty with the money that we pay in, when in actuality they're just being thrifty with their money, but they don't mind taking from us too. So it's fucked either way until we actually get outside and look for somebody, maybe Bernie Sanders. Woo! Don't be scared, he's a socialist! No, he's not, but anyway. I just think, removing the money and stopping actually focusing on the actual points and what's going on in the election is important, more so than who your favorite team is.
Right. Well, I remember I used to date this girl, and she told me one time that she said, "I'm voting Republican because my dad votes Republican, and I trust my dad." I know, boy. I remember thinking at the time, I didn't even really like politics, and I thought, boy, that's a really terrible reason to
Could you imagine growing up in Germany and being like, I'm gonna vote for Hitler because my dad voted for Hitler? What the fuck? How do you ever say that? You gotta fucking study the politics and know what's going on in your city and everything, and start from the ground floor instead of the presidential elections, and actually get this stuff rolling and get it rolling in our favor. That's the only thing that's gonna save this country, and it's really up to everybody to do that.
It really is, and I think our generation failed America this past election.
I think many generations behind us have failed too.
No, absolutely, and of course you're right. It wasn't just us, but we didn't go out and vote, man. And the people who voted were seniors, unfortunately. And we got to do better at that. We got to get the money out of politics. I think that our generation feels that all is lost. I think
yeah, you can see it in voter turnout. I mean, this was a very important election right here, the midways. And nobody showed up because they didn't think their vote was going to count. And there's a lot of people that still believe that there's a secret society that doesn't matter what our vote is too. So, I mean,
and let's be clear, I don't think that President Obama is a great that he really followed through on the change that he promised.
Yeah, he got his butt railed in that healthcare program that was actually started by a Republican, by the way.
I am a beneficiary of Obamacare, and it is done.
Isn't it terrible that you can actually take care of yourself when you're
I
have
awesome health care compared to the terrible health. I'm right in that window where I don't work enough because of my job, of the nature of my job.
That's because you're a lazy American.
Well, of course, of course, it's because I'm a lazy American.
It's not because you're an entrepreneur.
Right. Exactly. And so I was in that kind of bubble, and Obamacare actually literally is might save my life because I have that thing. So I'm into Obamacare, and I'm into that's one of the only progressive things that he's done since he's been in office. We're going back to war. You know, he's still getting.
I
don't feel like he's done any kind of change. I feel like
and I think that's the greatest way to look at and see that there's not really a big difference between the parties. There's minimal difference. I mean, you're literally voting for the lesser of two evils, and when you do that, you're still getting evil. So why don't we actually look outside? And I mean, look at India. We call ourselves a democratic fucking society, but India has, I think it's over 100 and something different parties that run. And their country is almost 100% engaged in all their elections. Now that's a democratic society. It's not like over here where it's two parties, you know, and nobody shows up.
My favorite representation is in South Park, the turd sandwich and the I forget what the other thing is, the douche and the turd sandwich.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Take that out.